Hello, how's it going? I hope you're doing wonderful today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm doing a general reading for you. It's a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. All the energy's been cleared. I did pull one oracle card for you. I've already posted that just before this reading. So the cards that came out are the Fool reversed, Nine of Cups, Six of Swords, Knight of Swords reversed, Eight of Swords reversed, Ten of Pentacles reversed, the Moon reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, the Star reversed, and the Two of Swords. So let me just go through everything and yeah, let's see what Spirit has to say for you. So there's a strong thread of emotional healing, clarity, and self-trust running through this reading, okay? There's a lot of cards that came out reversed, so that can suggest that you may be in a period of releasing old patterns rather than pushing forward aggressively. So the first card that came out, the question I asked Spirit was, what energy is Leo currently bringing that they may not fully recognize? Okay, what energy are you currently bringing that you may not fully recognize? This card is telling me that you may be bringing hesitation, impulsiveness, or fear of taking a meaningful leap. On one side, this card can indicate reckless energy, like jumping before looking. And on the other, it can indicate the opposite, overthinking, delaying, or avoiding unnecessary risk. And that's actually what the oracle card was talking about. Overthinking is just when we're not trusting our intuition, okay? The blind spot here is that you may believe you're being cautious or practical, when in reality, fear of the unknown is influencing decisions more than you realize. There's a sense of standing at the edge of a new chapter while resisting the step forward. So examine whether you're truly being careful or simply afraid. And then the second card, I asked Spirit, what lesson is this trying to teach Leo right now? So what lesson is this trying to teach you right now? And the card that came out is the Nine of Cups. The lesson is emotional fulfillment and gratitude. So Leo, you may be learning that happiness is not always found in the next achievement or relationship or milestone. The Nine of Cups is asking you, can you appreciate what is already working? There's also a lesson about self-worth here. Instead of seeking validation externally, you're being encouraged to recognize your own accomplishments and emotional abundance. Satisfaction comes from recognizing your blessings rather than constantly chasing what's missing. The third question I asked Spirit was, what is Leo holding on to that is preventing growth? So what are you holding on to that is preventing growth? And the card that came out is the Six of Swords. So this card is telling me you may be holding on to a journey that should already be complete. So this could be old heartbreak. It could be past disappointments. It could be an identity tied to struggle, or it could be the need to revisit what happened. The Six of Swords is usually about moving toward calmer waters. And since this position asks what you're holding on to, it suggests you may still be mentally carrying baggage from a chapter you have technically already left. So basically, what Spirit is saying is stop bringing old storms into new waters. And then your fourth message, I asked Spirit, what should Leo focus on over the next 3 months? Okay, what should you focus on over the next 3 months? And you got the Knight of Swords reversed. This card is saying that you need to the focus is slowing down. So, Leo, you may be tempted to force outcomes or react impulsively or rush decisions or speak before fully understanding a situation. But the Knight of Swords reversed is asking for you to asks for strategic action rather than constant action. So instead of asking how fast can I get there, ask, am I heading in the right direction? Okay? Slow is not the same as stuck. And then your fifth message, I asked Spirit, what hidden influence is affecting this relationship? And you got the Ace of Swords reversed. This is telling me that there appears to be a lack of clarity. So hidden influences could include miscommunication or assumptions or unspoken truths or self-deception or confusion about intentions. Someone may not be seeing the situation clearly, or important information has not yet surfaced. So the issue may not be the relationship itself, it may be the lack of honest clarity surrounding it. The sixth message is, I ask Spirit, what strength does Leo possess that they are underestimating? So Leo, what strength do you possess that you are underestimating? And you got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. This is interesting because a lot of people would read this as instability, but in a strength position, it says something different. It's telling me that, Leo, you may underestimate your ability to create your own path rather than follow family expectations or societal rules or traditional definitions of success. The hidden strength is independence. Leo, you have the ability to rebuild foundations from the ground up and create a life that is authentic rather than inherited. Leo, you are stronger than the structures you thought you needed. Your seventh question is, your seventh message is, what is the next best step in Leo's career or life purpose? Okay? The next question I asked Spirit was, what is the next best step in your career or your life purpose? And you got the moon reversed. So this is telling me that the next step is seeking truth. Something hidden is becoming visible. So this card can suggest trusting your intuition, investigating fears, facing uncertainty directly, or allowing illusions to dissolve. So you may already know the answer, but you've been questioning yourself. You may already know the answer. The moon reversed often appears when your intuition is becoming louder than fear. So the message is to follow what is being revealed rather than what is being imagined. Okay, and then the 8th card, the message I ask Spirit is, what patterns keep repeating and how can Leo transform them? So what patterns keep repeating and how can you, Leo, transform them? And you got the Ace of Cups reversed. A repeating pattern may involve emotional suppression. So, Leo, you may pour into others without replenishing yourself, or you may ignore your emotional needs, or you may fear vulnerability, or you may block emotional expression. The transformation comes through emotional honesty. Healing doesn't require you to become less strong. It requires you to become more emotionally available to yourself. Leo, stop treating your feelings as obstacles. They're information. And the ninth card or the ninth message, what I asked Spirit was, what does Leo need to know about the path they are currently considering? What does Leo need to know about the path they are currently considering? And you got the Star reversed. This card suggests doubt. The path itself may not be necessarily, the path itself may not necessarily be wrong, but your connection to hope, faith, or inspiration around it may be weakened. So maybe ask yourself, is this path truly aligned with your heart? Or are you pursuing it because you believe in it, or because you're afraid of alternatives? Or have you lost sight of the original version? The Star reversed often asks someone to reconnect with purpose before moving forward. Don't abandon your dreams, Leo, but make sure the dream you're chasing is actually yours. And then the 10th message was, I asked Spirit, what does Leo's future self most want them to hear? Again, I asked Spirit, what message does your future self want? Let me say that again. What message does your future self most want you to hear? And you got the Two of Swords. So your future self is saying the decision you've been avoiding is already known within you. And that's exactly what the Oracle card was all about. This card often appears when someone is waiting for certainty before choosing, but certainty may never arrive. The future version of you, of Leo, the future version of yourself, seems to be encouraging you to trust your inner knowing, stop postponing a choice, remove the emotional blindfold, and accept that indecision is also a decision. That was the oracle card that came out. It was indecision, and it came out reversed. So the message here is, Leo, you don't need more information as much as you need trust in yourself. And that was the oracle message. Move from fear and confusion into emotional honesty and self-trust. Leo, you appear to be standing between an old chapter and a new one. Spirit wants you to release the past, stop rushing, seek clarity, honor your emotions, reconnect with hope, and make the choice you've been postponing. The reading doesn't feel like a warning, it feels like a threshold. Your growth seems less about doing more and more. It seems less about doing more and more about seeing clearly and trusting yourself and finally moving forward without carrying yesterday's baggage into tomorrow. Okay? So Leo, trust your inner truth, release the past, and move forward with clarity, not fear. Okay, thank you for letting me channel these messages today. I'm truly very grateful. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear from you. Take care. Bye.